let us try to introduce the concept of entrepreneurs or entrepreneurship development. Well, before knowing the concept or introducing the concept of entrepreneur, let us take an example how a person became an entrepreneur. And from there, we'll try to get the meaning of it, try to define entrepreneurship. We'll try to identify what are the different areas, features, qualities of entrepreneurs. Right? So let's start with an example. Well, this story starts with a person called as Bhavish Agarwal. Mr. Bhavish Agarwal once was traveling from Bangalore to Bandipur. During his travel, his taxi person stopped and demanded more money for the same travel. Mr. Bhavish did not agree to his demand. So, this taxi driver left him in between the journey. Anguished with this situation, Mr. Bhavish felt that there should be a system where customer should be kept at a higher level. The commitment for travel should be 100%. And he felt that this kind of sufferings or problems should not be faced by others. Hence, he started a company called as Ola, in which now person can book a taxi, car, bike from anywhere through an app, and they can get this taxi, car, bike in just 10 minutes. Not only that, now a customer understands that how much money he has to pay for the entire journey. So the journey amount, the commitment for the quality of journey, the facility, lack of delays, all those problems what generally a common man faces, all those problems has been handled with such a beautiful app. And that's where now we see Ola is a very big brand in travel industry. Correct? Now, this person, Mr. Bhavish Agrawal, is known as what? Entrepreneur. Understand, anyone who starts a business is an entrepreneur. But understand, will this Bhavish Agrawal just start the business? No, he has to manage. He has to take a risk. Because the future is uncertain. You've invested such a huge amount of money, but you're not guarantee of the returns. Hence, the businessman takes a huge amount of risk in order to make profit. And hence, this process of entrepreneurship is a full-time job with hard work and determination. In fact, entrepreneurship is innovation. Understand, now you can book the travel just sitting at your home. So your travel details you're receiving instantly. You can book your travel system, travel plan. You know how much cost will be there. You know the safety of the journey. All those benefits are arrived because of what? Just an idea. An idea, a product, a process, a service which is new. So newness to even the ideas, product or processes are brought through entrepreneurship. In simple word, that is called as innovation. Hence, entrepreneurship is innovation. In fact, entrepreneurs are the owner of the business. They are the producers, they are the market creators, they are the decision takers, and they are the risk bearers or risk takers of the business. Understand, I'll explain all these terminologies. How the entrepreneur is a owner? Yes, who starts the business is an owner. He is a producer. Obviously, those who are owners has the responsibility to produce goods and services and ideas and satisfy the needs of the customer. So they are the producer, they are the market creators. Yes, what do you mean by market creator? They create the business situations, business market in order to sell their goods and services. So let's take an example of Bhavish again. You know what he did? He created a whole new market of segment of people where they were willing to pay amount for such kind of benefits. So he's a market creator in travel agency. Apart from that, he's a decision taker. He took a lot of decisions. How will he handle these situations? Who will do it? How will be the app? What are the situations? Who will be salesperson? How will be tying up? And so on and so forth. Such a huge thing he has started doing it. And that's where he's a, yes, decision taker. And obviously he's a risk taker. In doing so much activity of Ola, it was a smooth act or it's a risky act. Whether the product will be successful or failure, doesn't know. Hence, he has started the whole business concept with risk. Hence, the entrepreneurs are risk takers. Understand, entrepreneurs are considered as the fourth factor of factors of production, along with land, labor, capital, and then it comes to entrepreneurs. Right? Well, entrepreneurs contribute to the growth of the nation. Why? Because entrepreneur starts a business wherein they gives the employment opportunity to the people of the country, and hence they play a vital role in the growth of the organization. Understand, if Mr. Bhavesh Agarwal has started a business, is he running the business on his own? Or he has recruited many people? Yes, he has recruited many people. So many people get job opportunities, and that leads to what? Economic development of the country. And hence entrepreneurship helps in economic development of the country. Now, once you understand with such a beautiful example that Mr. Bhavish Agarwal has started an Ola company in order to offer good services, a nice platform, a nice idea, a nice product to the consumers, right? Wherein entrepreneurship is basically turns out to be a full-time job with hard work and determination. Entrepreneurs are basically innovators. They are the owners, producers, market developers, and risk takers and decision takers of the organization. They are considered as the fourth pillar or fourth factor of factors of production, that apart from land, labor, and capital. Entrepreneurship creates or generates employment which contributes to the development of the nation. So once we understand a basic idea of what entrepreneurship is, let us try to understand it in a greater detail. Right? Well, there are certain words which are similar to each other, like entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, enterprise. All these words are derived from a French word called as entreprendre. Entreprendre means to undertake. So let us try to understand these words from the basic meaning of French. So what is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is a person who undertakes the business. What is entrepreneurship? Entrepreneurship is the process of undertaking the business. And what is enterprise? Is basically an undertaking or a business is an enterprise or an organization. So once we understand that entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, and enterprise all are derived from a French root word called as entreprendre, which means to undertake. The entrepreneur is a person who undertakes the business, who starts the business, who takes the risk, who invent or innovate the whole system or product or process or ideas. Right? And entrepreneurship is the process of starting the business or undertaking the business. And an enterprise is basically the business itself. Once we know it, let's try to understand what are the other examples of entrepreneurs. Well, anyone who starts business becomes an entrepreneur. So let's start with a lot of examples, try to help us. Who are the entrepreneurs? A person who is a freelancer. What do you mean by a freelancer? He's not doing a job as a full-time, but he offers his services in order to get money. That's it. So a freelancer in computer coding, a freelancer in painting, a freelancer in marketing. Somebody who's not doing the job full time but he's offering his services in order to get money are freelancers, right? There are small grocery shop owners. So you see there is a shop opened in your nearby street. Well, he's an entrepreneur. The chai wala, the tea service provider is an entrepreneur. Anyone who starts a business is an entrepreneur. Right? The person who is offering the laundry services in your locality is also an entrepreneur. The owner of the big company like Reliance is also an entrepreneur. the owner of Ola or owner of Oyo, all are also what? Entrepreneurs. The owner of Yevle Tea, the tea stall or tea service providing chain system, owner of Chotu or Golu Vada Pav, right? All these are entrepreneurs. So in simple word, what do you understand with the concept of entrepreneur? Well, let us try to define. In fact, there is no unique definition of entrepreneur or entrepreneurship. Let's try to still define what is entrepreneur. So entrepreneur is a person who starts a business and willing to take or willing to risk money in order to make profit. When I understand or try to understand this definition, I have three aspects here. One, a person who starts business is an entrepreneur. Person who takes risk is an entrepreneur. And person who makes profit is an entrepreneur with providing through that business. So what is an entrepreneur? Entrepreneur is a person who starts a business and willing to risk money in order to make profit. Then what is entrepreneurship is? Entrepreneurship is the process of starting a business with innovation, new ideas, products or services, and trying to manage it, right? So starting a business, taking risk, and managing the business in this competitive world is entrepreneurship. Understand here, there are few things which goes with entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurs takes risk. So any business without risk is not an entrepreneurship. Any business have risk. Because when a person starts a business, he doesn't know whether his product, goods, services, ideas will be sold in the market or not. So there is a risk of losing the money. Right? But when the person takes a risk and earn profit with that risk is basically an entrepreneur. To become an entrepreneur, it's very simple. Anyone who starts business is an entrepreneur. Then it doesn't depend whether you're a successful or a failure, whether you're educated or uneducated. What is your age to start a business? All these parameters are what kind of business you are starting, what scale or what level of business you are starting. All these parameters are unimportant. I hope that gives you a fair bit of an idea that what do you mean by entrepreneurs or entrepreneurship development. Well, in nutshell summary, entrepreneurship is a full-time job with hard work and determination. Well, somebody who starts a business, does he work only for 9 to 5 job or 10 to 6 job? No, it's a round-the-clock service he tries to provide to his customers. So it's a full-time job with hard work and determination. He has to always determine himself that, okay, he need to achieve his targets. Not only that, entrepreneurship is innovation. He always has to bring in new ideas, concepts, services, products in order to satisfy the needs of the customer, in order to attract them also. So entrepreneurship is an innovation. Well, entrepreneurs are basically owners, producers, market creators, decision takers, risk takers of the organization. In fact, they are considered as the fourth factor of production after land, labor, and capital. Entrepreneurship develops employment or generates employment, and hence entrepreneurship contributes to the development of the economy. This entrepreneur, entrepreneurship, and enterprise, all these words are derived from a French word called as entreprendre, which means to undertake. So when I say an entrepreneur turns out to be a person who undertakes a business or who starts a business. What is entrepreneurship? Is the process of starting a business. So what is enterprise is basically the business itself. Who can become entrepreneur? Anyone can become entrepreneur. Whether you can start a small scale business or a large scale business. What is your age does not matter for becoming an entrepreneur. What kind of business you are doing is also doesn't matter to be an entrepreneur. What is your education qualification is also So entrepreneurs does not depends on all these parameters, age, education, whether your business is success, failure, doesn't depend. The entrepreneurship, still you become an entrepreneur, whether your business is success or failure. Right? There are various examples of entrepreneurs like laundry service provider in your locality, a tea service provider, a chai wala in your locality, or let's say a grocery shop open in your locality. All these are the juice wala which offers you juice in your locality. All these are entrepreneurs. Car manufacturer is an entrepreneur. If I can go to take the big names like Tata's are entrepreneurs, the Reliance company, the owner of Reliance company is an entrepreneur. If I try to crudely define entrepreneur are the persons who starts a business and willing to risk money in order to make profit. Understand, business and risk are interrelated. Whenever you start a business, you're not sure about the returns from it. Whether your products and services will be appreciated, your business will run smoothly, will you be able to, get profit out of it? It's all uncertain. So any business is associated with risk. So a person who's ready to take that risk and still ensure that he'll be successful is basically an entrepreneur.